Good evening there, whippersnappers. How are you all doing this evening? Your dear old Granny Caron's back. She's running a little late today, but I'm here. So how was everybody in here in this internet thing? Let me see here. I saw Gary. I'm pretty good, Gary. Hey there, Sue and Sophie. Whoa! Granny Karen can dance with all you youngins. I'm still spry at 90 years old. Let's turn back on some of this classic music from back in my day, back in the 40s. How are you all? Let me get myself a sip of this iced tea here. And thank you there, Mr. Fairy Dust. I appreciate it. Shake that cake. I don't know about shaking the cake. I can bake a cake. And hey there, Grammy. What's going on there, young lady? This music's a little loud for my old ears. You don't know how to comprehend this? You don't know how to comprehend what? Are you? You might not know me. I'm so sorry. Where's my manners? My name is Granny Karen Cakes Merino. The that nice young boy, the crafty cub, is nice enough to let me. Whoa, that light's a little bright up in these old eyes. He is nice enough to let me host his internet show here on the Thursdays. So I show how to do the old time vintage patterns, a lot of the crochet cotton, the real thin doily type stuff. So that is who I am. I am a grandmother. I have a daughter named gosh darn it, I can't remember my daughter's name. This old brain. That's it. Her name is Danielle Kimberly. Can't even remember my own child's name. Her name is Danielle Kimberly. We call her DK for short, and she has a son. She has a son with her husband. Danielle's husband's name is Gage, and his last name is Paca. And Danielle and Gage have a son named Al. That's Alpaca there. He's the one that got Granny Karen in trouble with the Crafty Cup back in the spring. He did his little internet thing, and what do you call hacking? In my day, hacking is when you had something in your throat and you had to get it out. But I guess you kids, you do something called hacking and somehow got into the Crafty Cub's internet stuff, the computer stuff. I don't know how that all works. And I didn't know this. And my grandson Alpaca told me, hey, Granny, why don't you show your crochet to all these fine folks? So I thought I was doing something right. Apparently, I wasn't. But I profusely, does anybody say that word anymore? Profusely apologized to that young boy, the crafty cub, and he was so understanding and he liked what I did. So he invited me here on Thursdays to be his host. So I've been hosting it here for what? Almost a month? So you didn't expect an alter ego. I don't have no alter ego. I don't know which. This brain might be old, but it ain't crazy. It's planning on being background noise, but not anymore. Well, hopefully I can entertain you. So that's who I am. I am. Oh, that thing just popped. Join the. Oh yeah, he's got that Discord thing. He told me something about it where y'all can interact with each other and show your pictures, and I don't know how to work all that. I can barely work this. That crafty cub has taught me a little bit about this twitchy here. So, alrighty here. we're going to be working on this here project that we started last week. That Granny Caron can't finish all this in one day, in one evening, and so this is going to be an ongoing thing here for Granny Caron. So let's click on the thing. What did he? I gotta remember what he said here. Oh, Throwback Thursday. That's what today is. So let's see here. We're going to make this little pattern here, and this is a pattern I learned when I was a little girl. This pattern here is older than Granny Caron. Could you believe that? This is from 1911, and it's a filet crochet pattern, and it's this pretty little chicken. So last week we started with a couple rows here with this filet pattern, and we're going to continue on this. She's a hoot. Who's hooting it? Only thing I know that hoots is an owl. And I think I missed that. Is that iced tea Long Island? No, I don't live in no Long Island. All right, here. So Granny Caron's going to have to find where she left off. Luckily, I got this here pattern here, and I can check it. Alrighty here. So we're going to do, if I can remember how to do filet crochet. Yes, here. So I don't know if you can see it. Probably not, because it's so little. So my next row starts with an open square. These open squares here. So if I start with open square, I need to chain up 5. So 3 of them will be the double crochet here on that side, and the other 2 will be the top of this little square. And we're going to turn, and we're going to double crochet into our double crochet from our previous row. Alrighty here. Let's see, we got 3 more open squares, so we're going to chain 2 and double into the double. I learned that I know with you kids and your computers and your phones, and you can make things really big just by hitting it with a finger. I wish I can do that here with my own eyes. I can kind of see this here with these old eyes. So what are all you youngins working on tonight? Here we got 4 open squares, and then we got 3 filled in little squares. We're just going to do some doubles into our doubles. Schoolwork's important. It's always good to have an education. Here. You can't even see them. Working on some of your famous squares, Granny. My squares? I don't have no squares. Oh, Granny squares. I see what you did there, youngin'. You think you're clever. Oh, we got 1 open square here. Well, Granny Caron wasn't always a granny. Oh, let me click this thing here so you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. See, I'm learning how to do this computer stuff. Believe it or not, one time Granny Caron was a young girl. A long, many moons ago. Here we got a filled in square. Currently working on your shawl. It's going to take a while. I'm certain it's going to be really, really pretty there, Sophie. And I don't know exactly which pattern you're doing, but I can probably tell you it's probably prettier than this old shawl. This ain't nothing. Keeps me warm here. Oh, that's one thing. That crafty cub had told me something today. He reminded me, or let me know, didn't remind me, that that little thing that came up there with all that purple words that you guys click on to find the pattern, it don't work. He said something about the servers down. Only thing I know about a server being down is either somebody bringing your food in a restaurant fell down, hope they're all right, or that piece of furniture in your dining room to hold your dishes. But he told me to tell you all that it ain't working right now. So if you want this pattern, you guess you'll have to wait a little while or ask the crafty cup at some point, and maybe he can let you know when this pattern here works. Okay, right here we got to do an open square. We're going to have another closed square. BRB. I don't know what that BRB means. Oh, there's a lot of closed squares. Granny Karen's got to count a lot. See if I can remember how to count that high. 1 and 2. That's a 3. That's a 4. That's a right there's a 5, 6, 7, and that's an 8. I think that's. Let me double check it. Always good to double check. All right. Alrighty, Granny Karen. Getting ahead of yourself here. Not ready for that right there. Got to do an open one here. There we go. Now I can count it. 1, that's a 2, that's a 3, and 4, 5, and a 6, and a 7, and an 8. Got to do 8 closed squares here. Alrighty here. Let's see this here. 2 and a 3. That spy guy. Hello, Granny Karen Kicks Merino. Hope your day was treating you well. Good to see you live and filling in for the crafty cub. So kind of you give him a break. Wow. Thank you very much for those kind words there, that spy guy. And I'm doing pretty good. And that crafty cub is so nice to let me fill in for him on Thursday. Let me see if this is going to work the right way. There we go. I think Crafty Cub had told me how to do it. So everybody check out the that spy guy. He's over there. He crochet. He does not crochet. What am I talking? He cross stitches and does that diamond painting. So everybody check him out. How are you doing, spy guy? Here, I can't right see this. Thanks for the shout out. Oh, you're more than welcome. It is a cute pattern. I got this music up too loud. And this pattern here is from 1911. That's before Granny Karen's time. But I learned this. I don't know if it was this exact pattern, but I think it was this book. I think my dear grandmama had this book here. Grandma Burnett. She was so sweet. She was the one who taught me how to crochet. My dear Grandma Burnett. Just finishing your work day? Oh, that's good that you're having a good day and you're finishing it up. Does it teach espionage? Well, I don't know anything about that. And hey there, get off my yarn. Oh, I like that name. I don't like people touching my yarn. I don't know what they're going to do to it. That's 3 squares. That's right here is number 4. I'm working on this filet crochet pattern, and it's going to be this chicken. It's going to be a long time till we get the chicken. Just starting out on the bottom of this here. That was what, 4? Yeah, that's 4. We got to do 4 more. Number 5. Granny, what you going to do with that chicken when you get her done? I'm not right certain. You got any ideas there, Grammy? 5. Number 6. Let me yeah, that's right. Gonna be a long time before we get the chicken. Does it mean the egg come first? You young man, you're pretty witty there. I like your style. I don't know. Maybe we will crochet an egg at some point. Maybe at Easter time. Alrighty, there. We got our stitches done. Now we have an open square here. Would be pretty if it was framed with a blue or red background. I think that might be pretty. Hey there, Shadow Arch. How are you doing? I'm doing well here. Just working on my crochet filet crochet piece of this chicken. Right here we got a closed little square. I know you youngins can see what this is going to look like. Well, maybe you can with that pattern. But I'm right down here at the bottom. That little frame with those little circles that go around. I'm working on part of that. And then we got an open little square. Got a closed square. That's not a closed square. Come on, Greg. Learn how to do the stitch there, lady. So how's everybody? We got somebody working on schoolwork. Somebody's doing some granny squares. Somebody's doing a shawl. How's everyone else? We're going to have an open little square. Then we got here, I think it's going to be 8 more if it's going to be the same. Yep, 8 filled in squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Going to be right on that one there. You're painting, you think. You don't know if you're painting? You all right over there? You're not certain if you're painting or not? Not sure if you're not certain if you want to start painting. I got you. What type of stuff do you paint? Granny Care never got into painting. Painting a lamp? My word. Is it just the base, or does it got like a shade that you can paint? Karen can't see where this stitch is. It's a really tiny stitch that I did there. Hard to explain. It's ceramic and lit from the inside. Oh, that might look nice and pretty over there. One more little square, filled in little square I got to do, and then we're going to see what the next part is. Got an open one. Got a closed one. I like the swing type music. Granny Karen used to go swing dancing back in her day. Granny has her nightcap. She also lit. I have been known to have a little adult beverage from time to time. But yeah, back in my day, we used to go swing dancing all the time. Ain't gonna be happening anytime soon, not this old body. Now there, young man. No need for that impertinent behavior. Another filled in little square. Hope Granny Karen's doing this correct. Yeah. That crafty cub told me to watch out for that fairy dust. Ooh, open square. When I get done this row, I'll show you all what it's looking like so far. Two closed in ones. Hey there, Linda Davis. How are you? It's the Carolina Reapers. Granny Karen can't do anything that spicy. I don't mind a little spice, but I can't be doing anything that spicy. Fairy dust, you must have a stomach made out of cast iron like Granny Karen's skillet. I'm doing pretty well there, Linda Davis. I'm working on this filet crochet, this chicken pattern. I'm on, I think, row number 6. So it's going to be quite a little while till Granny Karen gets this piece done. I just did one more row and we're getting this little pattern here. Ain't that little. Let me get my measuring tape and tell you how what size we have here. And this isn't blocked yet. We're about not quite 19 inches. This is going to be a little bit of a sizable piece. Oh, Granny Karen's got to mark off this this row. If not, she's going to get all confused. All right, here. This next row's got 3 open squares. So 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5 chains. Do our little double crochet into the double crochet. Sorry, missed the actual start, was cooling off in the balcony. You cool off there, young lady. Don't overheat. You didn't miss much. I'm just doing more of my stitching here on this filet piece. Excuse Granny Caron. Got a filled in square. Not bad. Granny Caron almost went one too many stitches in there. Construct your Halloween costume and you're sweating. My word. Don't overdo it. Don't overheat. What are you going to be there for that Halloween? Two squares. I'm going to need two more. Get a little filled in little square right here. Granny Caron's putting too many stitches in that one spot. SpongeBob in a maid costume. Not certain what that SpongeBob is. You gonna be a sponge like you used to clean your dishes? Open square. One more open square. Out of here, and these old eyes can't see what we're supposed to be putting right in here. Two filled in squares. Just a yellow sponge with the mind of a child. Sponge has a mind? Patrick's gonna get all hot. Who's Patrick? Has Granny Caron lost her mind? Or have you all lost your minds? You're imagining that now, and oh boy. How can a sponge have a mind? Here, we're gonna do a open little square. We do a closed square. Open square. Do a closed square. Here needs to pull more of this thread here. Do an open one. Then we do a closed one. This pretty little pattern. That stitch didn't go the way I wanted it to. 2 open squares. And we get a closed one here. Two more open. Then we do that closed open thing again. Hey there, Mama Rita. How are you this fine evening? If it's evening where you are, it's evening where I am. Early evening. Yeah, that's a closed one. We're going to do an open one. I'm working on this nice, pretty filet crochet pattern. It's chicken here. Do a closed one. And Granny Caron's just talking to herself, trying to keep track of if we're doing an open square or a closed square with this filet. We have here. Y'all weren't here at the beginning of the show that I started. Right when I started, that fairy dust there made me dance. Had the little picture the crafty cob made. So it startled Granny Caron and got this old lady's blood pumping. Doing this right here correctly? Think I am. Two more closed little squares. So, Mama Rita, are you working on anything at the moment? I know Crafty Cub has said that you've done some crochet and some embroidery and have two open squares. Closed one. So, are you working on anything currently? Crafty Cub has let me know that you do crochet and you do embroidery. I got to keep track of what I'm doing here. Four open squares. Working? Oh, peyote stitch bracelet. I've seen that peyote stitch with the beads and that's that's super pretty over there. I've never done anything like that in my time. Got 3 open squares to do. I got 1 more row done. 1 more row closer to being finished. The Granny Caron mark off this row. My shawl's coming off. Wonder when I was getting a chill. Your daughter loved the square you did, the spider. May make the witch and the spider. Well, I'm glad they liked it. We got 2 open squares on this here pattern. That crafty cub had mentioned to me today that today he was working on a really cute little Frankenstein pouch to show you all next week. To put some candy in for those trick-or-treaters. And I know for sure I will love the rooster. She loves rooster. Isn't it's gonna be super pretty, super cute here in this filet crochet. Chickens are pretty nice. That could be a rooster. I can't tell. A rooster, a hen, a chicken. Kind of, I guess, a rooster. Let's see here. You got to do a solid square. Yeah, he said he was working on this Frankenstein monster little candy pouch that you can put your little goodies in as a little party favor. So he'll be showing that to you all fine people next week sometime for the Halloween. 2 open squares. One open. Other one. We got a closed, filled in one. Chicken or rooster would be great. You could do this in cross stitch. You can use the exact same pattern and cross stitch it. Got 4 open squares. Granny Karen's done some cross stitching her time. I think the crafty cub is too. He said something about that after the holidays he's going to be doing some cross stitch here on the on his TV show. Got right there, four squares, and we got 2 filled in ones. A whole lot of squares there. 7 open ones. So excited to see what he's going to try after the holidays. You and me both there, Mama Rita. That crafty cub, he's pretty talented. Here's number 5. There's so many talented people here on this internet show. Here's number 7. Let me do a little filled in one here. You must have been tired. You fell asleep. I hope that dear old Granny Caron didn't put you to sleep there, Gary. Hey there, Spy Guy. He be talented. I think the bat's your favorite. Yeah, he did that cute little bat the other day. That was pretty cute and adorable. He also did that creepy looking eyeball. It was creepy. It scared me a little bit, but I actually thought it was cute also, all at the same time. He said that somebody he knows has commissioned him to make a blanket out of all those eyeballs. Why would anybody want a blanket that has eyeballs all over it? Beyond me. Alrighty, here. So we did that. We got 3 open squares. Make certain that these old eyes are reading that correctly. You missed the eyes? Yeah, it was a square that, a big old eyeball. It had red veins all in it. Like somebody was looking at me. Imagine that, a blanket that's nothing made up of those eyeballs, and you enter a room and it looks like the whole blanket is looking at you. I think he posted over there in that Discord thing. He usually does post that stuff. I don't know how all that works. Got that there. We got, is it 7 more here? Yep, 7 more open squares. One. That right there is number 2. Number 3. 4. 5. 6. Number, on Granny Caron. 7. 2 filled in squares. Here. You got 4 open ones. Right there's the 4. We get a filled in one. All right. That's correct right there. Filled in one. We get 2 open ones. You think eyeballs are cute? It was kind of cute, but Imagine an eyeball looking at you. I don't want an eyeball looking at me all the time. There, we need to do 2 open squares. We get another row done. We check this off the list. We're not even halfway. Let's see here. I'm going to count up here real quick. See if these old eyes can figure this out. I think we're 14 rows till we get halfway. Granny Karen's working on it. I don't know if you can see this here. This right here is that corner. There's like circles here. There's 2 circles that are. And here's a circle. We're going to finish this little circle here on this next row. It'll look a lot better when I block this and make it all nice and pretty like. Ready here. Get more thread out. Got an open square. Turn this right around. Get another open square. Yeah, this pattern here is from way back in 1911. Built-in square here. Here we got an open one. And it says here we're going to have a commercial. Y'all hang tight with this commercial here. Granny Karen will be back right after this commercial break. Granny Karen's back. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for watching that commercial over there. Did you find anything you might want to buy from those commercials? Working on more on this, whatever number row we're on, I don't even know. They don't number them. Got 9 open squares. Well, welcome back there, Lilac. How's the schoolwork going? Mine was an engagement ring case commercial. Don't have a partner, so yeah. Well, I don't think that's gonna help you right now. You gave up. You'll do it another day. Sometimes you got to take a break from that schoolwork. You had an engagement ring commercial. I remember when Granny Karen got engaged to a dear departed Hank Merino. That man was a saint. Hi there, RJ Neg. How are you doing this evening? I'm doing pretty good. I can't complain. I'm still on this earth here. I mean, I could complain, but I don't think you all want to hear an old woman complain. That's 9 right there. We got 3 filled in squares. One done. Number 2. These old eyes can't see these little stitches all the time. Come on, Granny Karen, get it in gear. There we go. Open one. You do a filled in one. Sometimes that thread just pops right off that hook. Here, make certain I'm doing this in the right spot. Oh, nope. Granny Karen got carried away. We got to do a filled in square up on this next one. Playing snooker with your sibling. Granny Karen can't speak, apparently. You're currently winning. Keep up that winning streak. That's that one there. Doing an open one. Do a little filled in one, and then two open ones at the end of the row. Mark another one off that list. Really mark it off the list. Played 34 games so far. You won 28. Someone won 6. You're pretty good at that game. I never learned how to play snooker. Heck, this old brain don't even really know what snooker is. I've heard of it. Seems a bit one-sided. Yeah, maybe they were just really good at it. Pop that right out there. Here. Two open squares. Close one. Yeah, yes, sirree. This is a 2.25 millimeter hook here, and I'm using some size 10 crochet thread. Doing this chicken fillet pattern. You haven't got to the chicken yet. I'm just working on the border here. You kind of see the little circles. They're all kind of connected, just like what's right above my head. It's amazing how they can do all technology. Looks like I'm actually on the Weather Channel or something. I always watch the Weather Channel. I always like to see what storms are coming through, and we're gonna have some nice weather. One of my favorite things to do is to sit back and just watch the Weather Channel. There's Granny Caron's and on this pattern here. And just look out the window. I do that too. That's one of the first things I do. Do two open squares. Well, I figure my TV there, it's got, I don't know how many channels. I don't know how to work half of it. And the only thing worth watching is the Weather Channel. Just horrible stuff or some of that smut. It's all over the TV these days. Back in my day, when we first got our television set, that stuff would not fly. But then again, you're in the UK. You're in the UK. Well, my word, we can go through so many weather, and now we can do that here too, RJ Neg. Greetings from over here in the the good old United States of America. Where am I? Come on, Caron. Can't figure out what part of the pattern I'm on. All right, I think I'm right there. Do one filled in. That's right about right. Back when we got our first television set back in, I think it was 1953, we didn't have all that smut that you can find on everything now, even during the day. Here, we got a lot of open squares here, so Granny Karen's got to count. So hold on one second, youngins. These old eyes try to count. I think there's 25. Whoa, Granny Karen hit a button, and things are just going all over. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's an 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 25 open squares. My word. I think that's going to reckon it will take us right down to here. So I'm going to put a little stitch marker there just to see if I'm right with this old brain. See if I judged right about right. Today, in base of 32 minutes, we had snow, rain, sun, wind, hail, lightning, and thunder. My word. We've had some storms like that, but I don't know if we had all of that on that short amount of time. Yeah, how is that possible? I don't know. We can have sun out the front of the house and rain. Yeah, I've experienced one side of my property has had rain and the other side is sunny. This this music here gonna make me dance like that thing the Crafty Cub had me do with that little picture. It's the UK. The weather has a mind of its own. You don't hear the music? Can you all hear my music that's playing? No music? What the? Now can you hear the music? There we go. Granny Karen didn't want to make it too loud for all you. Is it too quiet? Old music. Well, it is old music. That's back from my day when I was a young lady. Type of music I like to listen to. You think it's a good value? Well, why, thank you, everybody. Granny Karen's gonna figure this out one day before I die. But the kind folks like you and the Crafty Cub and yes, my grandson Alpaca, y'all teach me how to be a computer person. You're half deaf. I'm sorry that you're half deaf. Half deaf. Sometimes the music will just move me, and I'll have to bop around in my seat a little bit. You need to wash your glasses? Yeah, I gotta wash my glasses all the time. I don't touch them, but somehow they all get smudges on them. Here. Granny Karen isn't even counting how many squares I'm doing here. Now, we get down here, I'm going to go back and count, make certain I have 25. That's what I need for this part of this pattern. I think right there, certain I'm going into the third stitch. You can see now? Well, that's good that you can see. Even with these glasses, I can barely see. That has nothing to do with glasses. That's just these old eyes. We're going to count these little squares here, and we need 25 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Granny Karen was right. I still got it. Out of here. That helped get done that row pretty quick. Here, what do we here? What do we got here at this end here? We do a filled in one. Do 2 open ones. Do a filled in one. Come on. Sometimes that little hook goes right through and wants to bring everything with it, and you got to control it. 2 open ones. We got a filled in one. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Got here 2 open ones. For our last little one here, and we're done one more row. Mark off another one. I'm just marking like crazy. Sibling has given up on the game. I bet if you keep winning, that's one reason they'll give up. But let me hear. Like I said, I've heard the term the game snooker. What exactly is snooker? I've heard of it before. My old brain can't remember. there. Turn and open squares here. Get 2 filled in ones. This one here, Granny Karen doesn't have to count that much. I like that one. Snooker's a game involving balls on a large table. Players use a long stick to hit a white ball and score points by knocking color balls into the pockets. Oh, that's kind of like pool or billiards. Granny Karen's got this all knotted up here. My daughter Danielle and DK, as we call her, and her husband Gage, the Packer family, they have a pool table there in their house. My sibling wanted to teach me snooker, and they regret it. Oh, wow. Yeah, I know how that is. When somebody teaches you something, and you get really good at it, and you're better at it than they are. I know how that can be. I got 3 open ones here. You're a quick learner? Back in my day, billiards and pool, that was for undesirables. Those were the riffraff would go to places there, then we'll play that. But times have changed. It's not like that anymore. I don't think you're riffraff. You get back to crocheting, you're very talented that you can really good at snooker and you can you do the crocheting. What are you crocheting right now? A human? A human or a doll? Little dolly. Oh, a human doll. That's going to be interesting and pretty when it's done. Shadow Racer, I agree. Agree with that with a question mark. Bad word in there. That's all right. I never made a dolly before. My daughter DK always had a lot of dolls. We got them from the store. Even my grandmother, Grandma Burnett, might have made a little dolly out of cloth for her. I know she made a little dolly for me. Got some other projects in Discord, a past project pics in Discord. Alrighty then. We'll have to take a look at those at some time. Oh, but yeah, my grandmother Burnett, she would make little toys for me all the time. Been asked to make 2 dolls, so I don't. It's got lots of stitching. And there's a lot of stitching there. Right here, let's see where I need to go with this pattern. I think I found it. I don't even have to count with this one here. It's the same as the row below. Okay, now I gotta pay attention to this right here. 2 filled in ones. That's what I get for having 22 cousins. My word. My grandson, Alpaca. That's a one family. Wow. My word, I made a stitch too many. My grandson, Alpaca, his wife, her name is Pearl. Purl. She's part of the Ply family. She's got a whole bunch of siblings. I don't know how many siblings are in that family. There might probably about 8 of them. Right here, let me see. 3 open ones, but 22 cousins. Quite a bit of cousins there. My one family member has 22 kids. My other family member has 16, and one has 10. They do need a new hobby. That's a lot of children out there. Maybe they can take up crochet. Maybe more of them. That's a whole lot of children. Granny Karen's got another row done. Look at Granny Caron go. Make sure I put this on the right spot. Well, thank you. I do appreciate it. Now we can really see the pattern coming out. This is the little corner here, and I think the next row we're going to start. I'm correct. Next row we're going to start a little bit of the chicken. See that little line that's right behind it? I guess where it was scratching. You know how chickens, they do that little chicken scratch? That's going to be in this next line right here. Let's get this a little bit closer for y'all to see. We got 3 open squares. 1, 2, 3. We got 5 closed squares. 1, 'Well, I thank you for that hydrate there. I do appreciate it. Granny Karen does need to keep hydrated. Three, 4 squares. I got to do 1 more square. Next one. How many open ones we got? 1, 2. We got 5 open ones. There's number 3, 4, 5. That's 5 open ones. And how many closed ones? There's that little line right behind that rooster. 7 there. One square. 2, 3, 4. Did we say Granny Karen can't remember? 7. No brain. 4, 5, 6. This is the last one for this little bit, and then we do some open one. Be number 7. Let me double check this here. Okay. And we do an open one. We do a closed one. Making his little feet right now, or his little claws, his little toenails. 2 open. And a closed up one. Reopen. Two. Third one in that little grouping. Filled in one. Two open ones. Another filled in one. Reopen. I gotta count it here because this old brain, again, can't always remember. Get 5 closed. 5 closed up with squares. 1. Two. You're gonna lurk and count your stitches. Hope it also knocks me out. Insomnia. I'm sorry that you have insomnia. Oh yeah, you're in the UK. It's late over there where you live. Later, I should say. Well, thank you for lurking. I know back in my day, a lurker was somebody you didn't trust. You'd have to call the police on them. I guess here on this internet stuff, lurking is a good thing. What am I gonna make? I'm making it right here, Mama Rita. It's 12:46 in the morning. My word. You mean what am I gonna turn this into? think Grammy ETC might have had a good idea is to frame it, put it on a solid color mat board and frame it, and be a nice little picture there. Alrighty here, so my hair always keeps messing up. I don't know if you can see it. This right here is backwards, so I gotta flip it. But this line right here, see that little line right after that rooster? That's that line that they scratched in the dirt. So we're starting on the rooster part right now. But I think what we're gonna do here is we're gonna call it a night. It's actually getting a little late here for Granny Caron. So I think we're gonna go and, what do they call that, raid? Again, my day, raid was what the police did to get into somebody's house when they weren't doing something they were supposed to. Them criminals. Or that spray that you can get to get rid of your cockroaches. But I guess raid is a different thing here. So let me switch this little, there we go. What my word. Alrighty here. Bring this over here. I'm learning this computer stuff. It's going to take me a little while. Here, let me check this here. That's not the right thing here. Come on, Caron. Remember what the crafty cub told you. There we go. Here we are. Alrighty, he told me to tell all of you to, well, it already did that there. Well, the YouTube thing. I watched the YouTube. I've seen some crochet patterns and some cooking recipes on that YouTube there. So check out the Crafty Cub. He got a YouTube channel. So he wants me to let you all know that. He also wants me to let you know, check out his Discord. I don't know what all that's about. Something about sharing pictures and interacting. So do the Discord thing. He also has a merch store where you can buy stuff to help support him. So they got some t-shirts and some water bottles and I think some accessory pouches. He told me that he was going to make something with me. Gonna have some Granny Caron merch, so I'm excited to see that. I don't know what he's going to do for dear old Granny Caron here, but check out his little store he has over there. We're going to go raid somebody. I think they're still, yeah, they are. I knew it. So everybody, stick around for this raid here. And if you are a follower of that boy, the Crafty Cub, copy that right there. You do the little, oh, that thing's flying across the screen here. So you're going to copy all that, and then when we go to raid, just click the little button and paste it in there, and tell them that you came here. I don't like that it says a dirty hooker, but that's all on the Crafty Cub. And then if you are a subscriber, I think that's where you pay money, where you don't have to see the commercials. So he said if anybody's a subscriber, that's the one for the subscribers to copy and to do right over in that. Let's get, we're going to figure this thing out here. Alrighty, I'm going to turn my music off because I don't need my music right now. So we're going to go and raid out to, I think we did this the last time. We're going to go raid out to the Traveling Tatter. She does some pretty lacy stuff, kind of like what Granny Caron does here. So, everybody stick around, say hi to that nice young lady over there and tell them that I sent you. And I will see you next Thursday for more on this chicken fillet. Chicken sounds good for dinner. I don't know what Granny Caron's going to have for dinner. But the Crafty Cub said he'll be back on Saturday night for his blankets for Project Linus, for that charity he makes blankets for. So y'all have a good evening, and I will see you next Thursday, if we're all still here on this planet here. So that's Spy Guy's got the right idea. You copy that thing right there, and then when you go over to see the Tatter, she tats, you can pop that right into the tatters stream. So I will see you all next Thursday. You all have a good evening.